What is up, everybody? Welcome to Half-Assed Pod. It's your boy Corn. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Uh, this is, I think, all three of our first times doing a watch along. So, this is something that I thought that we kind of try, um, just from seeing different watch alongs over the years and stuff like that. So I said, you know what, I want to try one on Half. So tonight we put it up to you guys, the audience, of what we were going to watch. We gave you guys some choices. You guys voted. Everybody voted for fucking Matrix. So now we're sitting here getting ready to watch The Matrix. Along here with me today, beside me, the owner, the creator, the editor, the illustrator, the end all and be all when it comes to Walter Paisley Cafe and Spadal, Mr. Mark Plaid. What's up?
Hi, people. How you doing, Corn? All right, people. You voted for this, so what are your thinking caps on? You got to know. I mean, the movie's over 20 years old now. You got to know. This is a very philosophical movie. There's a lot of literary references, a lot of biblical references too. So, what are your thinking caps on? Let's do this.
And down here at the bottom, we have one of the people who I feel like voted for Matrix, Smith. Say what's up to the people, man. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good, people. What's up? I didn't. I think I accidentally may have voted for Matrix, but I really was hoping for what that the train movie,
Oh, Train to
something.
Busan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Matrix is good. Can't
Yeah,
complain.
I haven't seen this in years, man. But it's interesting though. It's interesting. Uh, because this ties in with a lot of stuff too. So, yeah, guys, I think we're just gonna go ahead and start this thing. This movie's already what 2 hours and 16 something minutes long, something like that. So, all right, guys, you guys ready to click play?
All right, ready? Just on three or something. Count
Okay.
us down. Count us down, Corn.
All right, one, two, three.
There was a time when they didn't have a lot of this crap at the beginning of a movie. all the like moving logos and shit.
Yeah, I have to hurry up and fast forward. Mine mine glitched out already.
Oh no shit. Should we all pause?
That's that's what happens when you don't pay for movies.
I know.
All right. Are we still on the same scene or
Well, what's your
Um,
timestamp, Mark?
well see that scene might be different because I have the ad in front of it. So
Oh, right.
according to mine, I'm at a minute and 40.
minute
Okay,
40.
I'm at a minute 21,
All right.
but I'll just move
Okay,
up.
I got
because-
yeah. All right. Well, I got the going down
I
the green tunnel right now.
All right. So you said a minute 40.
All right. Well, okay. I'm gonna wait. What the fuck? Oh, damn it. Um. Well, I clicked. Yeah, because I'm on a laptop here. I clicked it. Okay, and now I'm just coming out of the tunnel, and then there's the cop.
What's the timestamp on yours?
Well, mine's 2:01 at the moment,
Okay.
All right.
but mine's got like a 30-second ad in front of it too, so it might be like 1:31 for all I know.
Okay. So
But
I put mine at, as long as we're like somewhat close. So I put mine at
yeah, all right,
146.
all right. So do you? Yeah, right now I see the cop. You got the cop holding the gun near his face.
Yep.
All right, cool. We're gonna start again.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
All good.
now.
Yep.
All right.
So this didn't have a long beginning credit scene then.
Is that how
Yeah.
you remembered it?
I don't know, because you remember like how movies like back in the day, they always had like those like super long credits. Like it would be like
Yeah, like-
5 minutes.
The Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans.
Oh my god, them shits were long. They were
At least
cool
those-
though, because they had like
yeah,
the
yeah.
web stuff though. Like it kind of like played into like the story too, especially Spider-Man 2. As much as I like am not really too big on that movie, the credits for that movie was really good because like told you the story of the movie before. That was pretty cool.
Now, did you want to pause at some point?
No. We'll just watch it all. I mean, we'll just talk about it, and as we go through, especially with the stuff.
Okay.
I know there's some stuff you want to get into in this too, man. So feel free to do so as they come up.
Right, yeah, because there's a lot of references that are going on in this movie. One little girl with a
Oh my gosh, the kick and the oh my god.
Oh wait, you're already in the action now?
Yeah, it's I meant 3 minutes
Okay.
and 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, I just got to see where Trinity kicked a chair. Wow, man. Yeah, those leather pants don't look all that flexible.
As well as it's just, man, those kicks. I don't know, why did we think that was cool back in the day? Like I remember as a kid, I thought that was cool, man. Like how they just stop and turn, do the whole 360 thing, and then I thought that was the coolest shit. But now I'm like, I really hope they don't do that in this new Matrix movie that they're making. Like I really hope they don't do that shit.
Well, I know they're taking a lot from Hong Kong action and martial arts films too. John Woo, director John Woo, his films had a lot of influence at this time. Everybody was trying to do John Woo in the 90s.
Oh,
They still do.
what was he the one that did Crouching Tiger, or am I thinking of someone else?
No, that was Ang Lee.
Okay.
But Ang Lee did some really epic martial arts films.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s too.
Man, that was that movie too, man.
Now, see, I like the agents' suits. That's a very ska thing.
And yeah. Damn, man. You guys, oh man. You can tell it's been a while since I watched this movie.
Yeah, it's probably been about 10 years for me.
It's been longer than that for me, man. Because I cherish these movies. It's one of those movies that I like cherish. So I don't want to like watch. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to watch it again as an adult, unless it's like an occasion like this. You know what I mean? Because because of the action, I'm like, man, like I know some of the action was really, really good, but like, the whole 360 kick thing, that's just it was yeah.
Yeah, well, the funny thing, after this movie came out, everybody was doing impressions of this.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the garbage truck.
Yeah.
What was that, Smith?
They were trying to impersonate it until Matrix 2 came out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Jaren. He says, "Sup, bros? Wish I could join." Yeah, Jaren's internet is still out. He says, "By the way, he is watching too." Shout out Jaren. Preston says hello. What's up, Preston?
Hey, Preston.
Hope you're watching Matrix as well. You guys are gonna kill me for this, but who's the chick? Like, what actress is this?
Trinity? I don't know.
Wait, I've got it pulled up.
It's like Monica. No, it wouldn't be Monica Bellucci, right?
What is Carrie Ann Moss?
Carrie Ann Moss. Okay, that's what it is. Because this came out around the same time as Resident Evil, right? So that was What's her
Oh
name?
wow. Yeah, I don't.
Um,
I don't even remember when Resident Evil first came out.
that like the
Right.
very first Resident Evil, that movie was really good. That very first one, man.
Yeah, this movie was out just before I started going to graduate school, and one of my colleagues looked a hell of a lot like Keanu Reeves. He was very popular with the ladies. But he's he's a cool guy. He's got his PhD now in philosophy.
And Keanu Reeves has a PhD in ass kicking.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a brief
Jacked
period
up.
though, like there was a moment between like this and John Wick though for him. Like it was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but I
'Cause
mean, he was
I
in
remember
Speed.
I remember he lost his wife, but I can't remember if it was after Matrix or before.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, I didn't know that.
Kind of like the same thing. Rick Moranis. You remember Rick Moranis, right? The guy from Honey I Shrunk the Kids and Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like what he did. Like when his wife died, he just pretty much just like went away, raised his family, and now he's back. He's supposed to be in a new Ghostbusters reboot or sequel.
Another
He's coming back
reboot.
to acting though.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Smith?
They're gonna reboot it again.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's either like a reboot or a sequel. I can never keep up when they use those things. Like I can never keep up when they do that shit
Oh.
like that.
There's something coming up here. He's going to pull out this book. Have you seen that yet? It's Simulacra and Simulation. This is a book by Baudrillard. He's a philosopher that was alive at the time this movie came out, and it's pretty much about reality and illusion and symbolism and things like that. I didn't read it, and I didn't know much at all about Baudrillard, but that's a book that the Wachowski brothers made everyone read. All the actors, he made them all read that before he shot
Really?
the film. Yeah. But Baudrillard, Baudrillard said that the Wachowski brothers totally misunderstand what he was trying to say. So,
say that again.
I said the author of the Simulacra and Simulation, Baudrillard, said that the Wachowski brothers didn't understand his work.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't understand the book. But philosophers do that kind of shit all the time. So, it's kind of like once it's out there, yeah. What's that?
But it's a good thing. Here's the thing: you couldn't do that nowadays. They would say like, "Oh, the director forced me to read something I didn't want to read for this role. I'm just an actor." Blah blah blah. Like back then, man, they did some really cool shit, man. Like the fact that he's like, they're like, "Hey, look, you guys got to read this entire book before you guys, before you even step on set." You know what I mean? Like
Man.
that's pretty cool. That way, they have a deeper understanding of not just their characters, but the story that they're helping tell.
Yeah, like to get them in the roles.
Are you guys at the club scene already?
Yeah.
Yeah, where Trinity
Yeah.
starts talking to Neo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They have a Rob Zombie in the background.
Yeah. Is he making music still? I
Rob
know
Zombie,
he's
hell
making-
yeah. Yeah,
Is
he's
he
still
really?
making music. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't. Yeah,
I thought he
don't
was
know.
just doing movies.
No. He's been still making music.
Well, that's cool.
He just went on tour with Manson 2 years ago at this point. They went on like this huge tour.
Oh wow.
Well, Manson's done.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Manson. Yeah, he's canceled.
Yeah, got canceled, dude.
Yeah, they got him out of here, man.
But this
All
this
right,
whole club aesthetic they have, I feel
but
like it
she's
inspired
like-
a lot of video game stuff.
Oh yeah. Doesn't this have something to do with Cyberpunk? I was hearing
Yeah.
about too.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a lot of cyberpunk in this movie. Are you familiar with the author William Gibson?
No, but it does sound familiar.
Yeah, he's pretty much the guy who, I don't know, I think he coined the term or started the movement. But yeah, there's a lot of influence. I don't think there's been a direct adaptation of any of his novels, but movies love borrowing from his books. But now, see this scene where she's whispering to him. She's being all like vague and dramatic and shit, which I guess is good for effect, but it kind of takes me out of the immersive quality. Like, why be vague? Just come up to him and tell him what the fuck is going on, you know? You know, oh yeah, metacortex. That's funny.
Oh man. It's crazy though. If you look at like the evolution of like Neo's character throughout this movie, like it's crazy. Like he goes from this to like Neo. Like that's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool to see.
Now, yeah, that his boss tells him you have a problem with authority. I'm pretty sure I've had that kind of speech given to me on every single job I've ever worked. You know, because I'm not ashamed of that. Like, you have a problem with authority. Mm-hmm, that's right.
I had that problem as a kid. I make it less. I like it way less visible as an adult now because I have bills to pay. But I feel you. I definitely feel you.
Yeah, the cubicle. I don't know. That's
another thing. That's another 90s thing. You got to go back to the 90s. That's another 90s thing where it's like, oh, your common job is in a cubicle. Like now people want those jobs. Like we're looking for those jobs. Where the fuck are the cubicle jobs then? Right? Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they pay better than service industry jobs, you know, and you don't have to stand on your feet and get wet and dirty, you know. Or get on your knees and stock shelves and shit.
I'm like, bro, where the fuck are these cubicles?
Now, you know, the Morpheus is reference to I forgot which mythology, the god of sleep. I don't know if it's Greek, you know, with that PH in there, it should be Greek. I don't know. But yeah, so that's all these little names seem to have meaning. You know, like Neo is an anagram for one because he's the one.
See, I never understood that. I never got that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like all kinds of hints and clues that, you know, this movie is, I mean, that's what makes it rewatchable too, is that you know, every viewing of it, you can get something different.
You're gonna pick something else up. Yeah, it is one of those movies. It definitely is.
Yeah, a lot of rewatchability, and the cubicle maze too. And everything's so drab. Now he's got a Nokia phone. I heard that Nokia phones were virtually indestructible.
You never had one yourself?
No, I was always too poor to have a cell phone, and until I got a government assistance one for being on food stamps. But so yeah, I kind of missed out on the whole Nokia thing. I've only heard the stories about its indestructibility. Now what? Okay, either one of you guys, you're probably better. Would you jump to the scaffold?
If I knew I had the ability to do it, yes.
But he does.
Easy answer. If I knew I could make it, yes.
Oh, so you know, could you? I mean, you guys both had military, right? You can, you know, I don't know. I've never been in the military. I'm like, for all I know, you guys do this all the time.
Fuck no.
I think we're both like pseudo pencil pushers, desk jockeys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mine was definitely a desk job. But I mean, I still did stuff like, you know, stuff out in the field and stuff like I was in an EOD unit, so I still had to, you know, do the ruck marches, try out for air assault, all that stuff.
Now,
Yeah.
I wonder if the Nokia phone could have made that fall. Fall off that building and might have just bounced. Maybe cut somebody in half like a penny is supposed.
So this is why I get.
Yeah.
Is he already?
That's a
Because
myth.
again, I haven't seen this in a while. So is he already in the illusion?
What do you mean?
Like is he?
No, he's still in the main. He hasn't been taken out of
Oh,
it
okay.
yet.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I haven't seen
he's
this
still in
one.
the Matrix.
This is even crazier. The fact that he was in Scanner Darkly, dude. Keanu Reeves knows how to pick
Yeah.
his movies, man. He really does. He knows how to pick his movies.
Yeah, you could even say that Philip K. Dick had some elements of cyberpunk before it was cyberpunk in it. I mean, there's definitely predecessors for sure. Science fiction.
Yeah. I still got to see Blade Runner.
Oh yeah, it's a great one. That's really cyberpunk. But yeah, this drab room with the agents in it and shit. I mean, I don't know, something about the colors and just everything, it's just sort of the your landlady would help your landlady with garbage.
I'll tell you, man, them shades though.
I couldn't help it, man. This is kind of a tasteless.
Back in like 2002. That's the same dude who played Red Skull, right? Captain
Yeah,
America?
that's right. Yeah. A little bit younger. I don't forget when Captain America come out. Well, yeah, that's
Oh yeah, this is like
over 10 years. Yeah.
10 or 11 years
Yeah.
before Captain America. What's up? Says hi. What's up? What's up?
Hey, did we have what's up on our last video?
This person, the what's up
Yeah.
guy.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, here's another question. Would you sell out and work with the agents instead of being a hacker?
Hacker.
Sell out.
You'd sell out?
Dude, they can give you whatever you
I
want.
can't
It's the
believe
Matrix.
these guys would be scaring the living shit out of me. I don't think I would have given them the finger. I probably would have tried to weasel them like, oh, well, let me think about it. And then just run like hell when I can get away from them. Yeah,
See,
because
this is
this
the
would
freaky
just
part,
like,
man. The mouth shit, man. That shit is so fucking. That's crazy.
oh yeah. Kind of reminds me of Twilight Zone, the movie, when the wish boy wished his sister's mouth away. That's an old ass movie.
Jesus Christ.
This movie only made $500 million, which I guess was a lot for back then.
Yeah, that had to be a lot for late 90s.
Yeah. I wonder how that translates into 1990 money. 1999.
Yeah. I mean, look at whatchamacallit too though. Look at Blade. Blade only made like 100 and something million. And that's still one of the like most like adored, superhero movies, or at least vampire, Slayer movies.
Yeah. Here's some body horror with a fucking cyber bug going into his belly button.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people like seeing Keanu's happy trail in the scene too.
Only you, Mark. Only you.
Oh yeah, landline.
Jeez, man. I think my parents still have one of those too. That's the funny thing about it. I think my parents
Oh
still
man, that
have
should be
like
in a
a fucking
museum.
I mean, they have their own cell phones. Don't get me wrong, but I think they still have their landline like house phone, which is crazy.
Wow.
Nuts.
See,
I mean,
you
they're
are the
fairly
one,
old.
Neo. Like I wonder if that was the line. You were the one, Neo is the one that was supposed to give you the hint that Neo and one have the same letters.
If I don't remember this scene.
Oh, the car where she's when they're
Yeah,
picking him up in that car. Yeah,
he's got a
yeah.
gun pointed at
That
him.
rain looks pretty.
All right, so you're gonna call me a fucking idiot, but I just found out recently that when the majority of times when it rains in movies, it's not real rain.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rain off that bridge looked really fake.
I'm like, how the hell did they do that? It's like one big shower.
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
the scene in Jurassic Park where the T-Rex is about to flip their car?
Yeah,
They were literally just like dumping buckets of water. Like they had a hose system hooked up. It was just like in a studio the whole time.
bruh. That is nuts, man. Yeah, I think I found out like
I don't know.
I want to say like 3 days ago. Because I was talking to somebody about movies, and they're like, "Yeah, it's not real rain." Dude, my mind was fucking blown, man. It's like, holy shit.
And that's the I don't get this. What the hell are APOC lights?
What is she doing to the?
She tells. Oh, she's got the. Well, that's not a penis enlarger.
It does look like one, though.
It's not my bag, baby. Oh man.
All of a sudden, you see Ron Jeremy come out.
Wow. That would be quite a left
And then
turn.
you see the
for this
credits.
movie.
This ain't the Matrix.
Yeah.
They used to do those porn parodies. Like, this ain't Captain America, and be like, Captain America fucks like Scarlet Witch or somebody. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, look at this rain. I mean, fuck. I mean, I don't know. I've been in some pretty torrential downpours, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, like more like out in the country between cities.
Yeah, I live in Florida, so it rains like every day during the summer. Literally.
Oh wow.
Thunders and rains every fucking day. Like, it'll be sunny, and it'll like rain and storm for like 2 hours, and then go back to being sunny for the rest of the day. It's weird, man. Everything about Florida is weird.
So yeah, now Morpheus, he's iconic now.
Yeah.
It's like I used to watch Pee-wee's Playhouse, and he used to be Cowboy Curtis.
Lawrence Fishburne?
Yeah, he was Cowboy
Really?
Curtis, and yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse. Yeah, that's how I knew him. That's how I got to know him. It's like, so to me, he's kind of like always Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah,
Although,
you gotta admit, he's a legend, man. He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking legend. I feel like he doesn't
Well,
get spoken about, but-
Yeah, and definitely iconic here with Morpheus. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody wants that jacket. I mean, how many cows did it take to make that?
Bald head, clean shaven, the
Yeah.
glasses, and then the jacket. And then, of course, you got the pills. Gotta have the pills.
Oh yeah.
I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah, that's what I said to any of my partners. Gotta have the pills because I ain't gonna have the kids.
Oh my god.
All right.
To think though, Will Smith almost became Neo. Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine what
Yeah, I wonder
Keanu
what
Reeves' career would have been? Obviously, the Matrix movie would have been shit if Will Smith was, but it was supposed to be Will Smith as Neo, and then who's that guy that played Batman? Fuck, one of my favorite actors. Fuck, Val Kilmer.
Mike.
Val
Oh,
Kilmer was supposed to
oh,
be Morpheus, and I'm like, I don't know if that would have
wow.
worked. I don't think that would have worked.
Yeah, well, this was burned into our minds. Yeah, it doesn't. It's hard to think of anything else.
And you know what? He turned down the Matrix for Wild Wild West. Will Smith did
Yeah, that's
for
yeah.
fucking Wild Wild West.
Yeah, man. Well, definitely,
You don't like Wild Wild
definitely
West?
not a fortune teller.
Oh, that movie was horrible. That
Dude, I
movie was
like that movie.
horrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Did it do well? Even like a lot of the more cerebral or nerdy people seem to dislike that film.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, no one. What?
yeah. I don't know about box office, but I know that review wise, they got slammed, man. And like
Yeah.
I remember watching it as a kid, and I was like, damn, this movie's bad. Like, red
All
pill,
right,
blue
here we go.
pill.
Yeah. So, which pill would you take?
Take Will.
Ah,
So, which pill, guys?
red. Which one
I'm
would
not
you
talking
take?
about if you were what. Well, for me, reality kind of sucks. Like everybody pisses me off. The system sucks. So yeah, I'd take my chances with the red pill.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
doing very.
because what? Yeah, because what did the blue pill do again?
You just woke up in your bed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Just he'd still be in the Matrix.
Well, I still like I'm still conflicted, like on entering that kind of never staying in an alternate universe or staying like in like an alternate like conscience, but just like diving into it. I'd be open to it, but not fully. Like it's still I'm still sketchy about it, man. Still sketchy about it because this kind of stuff is gonna eventually happen.
Yeah.
They're working on this kind of stuff, but
They're working on getting out of the Matrix.
well, not specifically like the Matrix stuff, but I mean like in terms of like messing with like your conscience and you know being in like a different uh state mentally. Like it's crazy, man. Some crazy shit they got going on right now.
Yeah, it's
But
it's actually kind of a thing that we may end up doing voluntarily with like the advancement of artificial intelligence or virtual reality.
yeah, because you already see. I'm telling you, man, go watch Black Mirror. Black Mirror gives you everything you need to know about about what's gonna happen, man. Like that
Oh,
show
I've
is
seen.
that show is
Yeah,
like the
that's a great show.
blueprint for everything going on right now.
Now, see, this is, you know, through the, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. and Through the Looking Glass, Lewis Carroll
Is
stuff
that where they
going
got
on
this
here.
from?
You know, they've already mentioned. Yeah, well, they mentioned the White Rabbit, and in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, she follows a white rabbit down this rabbit hole and ends up in Wonderland as a result. But this is kind of the river because Cypher tells him you ain't gonna be in Kansas anymore, and it's like I would think that is the real world Oz or is the Matrix Oz?
Oof.
Because Dorothy woke up back in Kansas.
That's $1 million question. See, this part is fucking disgusting.
Now, see this. Now, this is totally Plato's allegory of the cave from the Republic. You guys know that?
No,
The
is
shadows
You
on the
guys
wall.
know? Yeah,
Shadows?
the shadows on the wall, and one of the prisoners is released and goes out into the real world and starts to see reality beyond the shadows. But yeah, see, because Plato, he thought that the what we perceive isn't the reality of things, that there is a world of the forms where everything is perfect, like everything in the world that we know is like a shadow or or just a fake copy. Like a chair is not the perfect chair. Only the perfect chair is in the world of the forms. It might be oversimplifying it, but that kind of thing.
Forums? Or are you saying forums or forums?
Forms, Forms.
Oh, forums. Okay.
Yeah. The ideal forms are beyond the material reality that we know through our perceptions, which is kind of a interesting idea because I don't know where
Say that last part again.
Oh, just talk about the world of the forms. And now right here, I thought when he falls out of the drain pipe, this is kind of like a birth reference, like coming into the world. Yeah, I wondered though, it's like, like you hear people say, you come into this world alone and you leave alone. And I'm like, you were in another person and then you got out and she's right there, dude. It's like, oh, I'm so tough. I came to this world alone. What? How? Test tube? So he's got the amniotic fluid all over him, and
yeah, that's one reference that I didn't understand as a kid when I saw this either. Was the whole rebirthing. Man, look at all the needles in them though. Shit.
Yeah, I just wonder why they don't have any hair. Because he doesn't even have fucking eyebrows.
I don't know. Maybe because that's part of it. Maybe that's part of the the process.
Yeah, that's interesting choice. Now I just wonder how long he's been sitting there because a moment later he's got eyebrows and
hair.
And a little bit of hair.
He got a top. Old dude got a top fade and eyebrows and everything, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he talks about his eyes not working because that's like really the allegory of the cave. Because Plato talks about the released prisoner emerging into the world outside, and his eyes are hurting, because he never saw sunlight before.
Damn, That's got to be crazy, man.
Yeah, the whole like the the port in the back of his head. That's Gibson-esque. You know, like in one of the William Gibson books I read, this guy, like people had ports on the back of their head, but it was voluntary. Like this guy could download a language through the port in the back of his head, so he could just instantly learn a language he didn't know.
Was that like a dystopian story?
Yeah. I mean, it's really, sort of a, uh, yeah, the world is overrun with technology and, this type of thing where I think they were in kind of a hyper capitalist type of situation too. Biblical reference.
What did he
I didn't
say?
study the Bible much. The Nebuchadnezzar, that's Nebuchadnezzar the second is mentioned in the Bible. He was king of Babylon. So, and from what I recall, Babylon's supposed to be the bad place in the Bible. So
I couldn't tell you. I didn't pay attention in church as a kid.
oh, now I get the APOC lights. She was talking to the guy APOC. Oh, okay, I missed that.
Like I just don't get like how do people like not freak out in those moments, in moments like that. Even though like yeah, you did take the red pill, yeah, we get it, but like okay, never mind. He just started yelling. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you not fucking freak out?
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit behind you guys.
I just got to the scene where he's talking to I'm about to say Magneto, where he's talking to Morpheus in the White Room.
Yeah, I think I'm only like seconds behind you, but yeah, because we just talked about him freaking out. I was just behind that scene.
You remember when they redid a couple of these scenes from from Matrix and Scary Movie 3? You
Oh,
guys
I
see
don't,
that
I
movie?
don't, I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh my god, you got to see that movie. It
Oh
came
wow,
out like
yeah.
in I want to say maybe like 2005 or 6. Bro, that movie is fucking hilarious. But the scary
Oh,
movies is
cool.
what they just did like parodies of different at first it's supposed to be like a Scream parody, then the second one did like I think like Haunted House or something like that. And then the third one just took from like all these different it didn't even take from like horror movies. It took from like all these other different movies, period. Like The Matrix, The Ring, a couple other like comedy movies too.
Oh wait, maybe I did see that because when the ring girl came out of the TV, and then whoever was in the
Yeah.
room started beating her ass.
Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, because Eddie. Remember, Eddie Griffin was supposed to be. He was the character he was portraying was Morpheus from Matrix.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't remember a lot of that movie, but I remember that. So a perpetual 1999, like this, this was pre 9/11,
True.
pre Obama, pre Trump.
Back when the world was much simpler.
We were so innocent then.
Yes.
Interesting with the television, like the old fashioned says what radiola on the back of it. Oh, see, here's where he's given the explanation of what happened, as far as he knows.
I think it's brilliant on the fact of they knew exactly what, because again, like just to caveat off of what you were just saying, that this came out before like the 9/11, before like people were super privy to like all the computer generated stuff, all to with original stories were still coming out. A lot of original stories were still coming out in theaters, and
Mhm.
the fact that they were able to capture this and the way they did it, because this would have been an easy movie to not work. You know,
Yeah,
like I mean, apparently the way they pitched it to some actors that they wanted to be in it wasn't good. Um, but just the outcome of this movie is just amazing.
yeah. I think the whole idea of questioning reality and the idea of there being something more than what we perceive. I think it really resonates with people, especially especially young people like adolescents or people that are trying to figure things out more. And
Yeah, even the special effects of this movie, man.
a lot of HR Giger esque stuff going on in this design.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
What, HR Giger?
Yeah, dude, those glasses, man, I can't get over that. Like, jeez, Louise.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. With mirror shades being really cyberpunk, there was even a collection of cyberpunk short stories called Mirror Shades,
You said shorts?
like short stories in a
Oh,
book.
oh,
Yeah, it was like a collection of the key cyberpunk authors
hmm.
at the time.
Did you go to Did you go to any like huge cities in the 80s?
I went to Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think that was about it. I don't know. But why you asked?
Was there a big difference like between like the 80s like I guess atmosphere between like the city, like a big city and then a small city? Like I mean, because I know
Oh,
there's gonna be I know
definitely.
there's gonna be like a difference, but like was there like a difference between like the atmosphere in the 80s? Like different
Oh, you
fashions? Like
mean
is it gonna
like?
be like a totally different fashion between like Pittsburgh and like whatever city you grew up in or whatever city you were living in the 80s?
Oh, yeah, because things were slower back then in the sense of like Toledo is a smaller city and it's always been kind of backward, and you could watch things on television and see things that people are wearing the coasts or whatever, and or bigger cities. And Toledo was kind of in a kind of backward. So you go to the cities and there would just be things would feel more up to date or things like that. I mean, even though, like, I don't know, with the 80s, it was a strange time. I was seeing it through the lens of a punk rocker, where I was like, I'd go to Detroit and go to these really dingy underground clubs and stuff like that to see punk rock shows and really dangerous neighborhoods. And so, I would see the underground. Now, yeah, downtown Pittsburgh was really interesting. A lot of glass, but yeah, I
You
think
said a
people's
lot of
attitude.
class.
Yeah, well, glass buildings, really
Oh, okay, okay.
huge glass buildings. And Toledo is called the Glass City because it was a hub for the auto industry, glass making, and not as many giant glass buildings as Pittsburgh.
So not because of meth, because of Windows.
Because I feel like one of the main cities that are celebrated, like especially in '80s movies, like to express '80s culture, is like either L.A. or New York or Miami. I know Miami and it was like the real big one for the '80s, because Miami Vice, I'm sure was like played a huge part in that.
Yeah, I guess the
Yeah,
hallmark
Toledo
cities
was
now would be San Francisco.
Definitely the most expensive place
yeah,
to
it was
live. I mean that,
kind of
which I don't understand how.
It's just the
But
laws, taxes out here. It's 50 cents extra for each gallon of
Yeah,
gas you
that's-
buy because of the tax.
fuck.
yeah, it's really makes it hard for people. Yeah, it's like like what a great way for them to keep us poors out. You know, They're like, oh yeah, you can get close enough to the city so you can come into our city and do our shit work for us, but good luck getting up, without, I don't know, renting a room, renting a studio apartment and having 9 people live in it.
Well, that's why everyone's leaving, and they're all
Oh, this-
going to New Mexico and Texas and Arizona.
Yeah, in Utah, like
Yeah.
because that's the same thing's happening in New York now. People are getting fed up with like people. I'm like, look, man, y'all been living like this for decades. Like people have been like, we all like our society has been doing this for almost 100 years at this point. Like just charging people extra for small amounts of space. Like ain't nothing new, man. That's why people live in New York because they're paying like 1,200 for like a corner of a building. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're driving the property values up everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you voted for this shit. Stay in your state.
yeah, what's his name? I know that's iconic. I know Kung Fu. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the punchline to a lot of jokes since then.
Yeah.
I know Kung Fu.
Oh my gosh, this is done so well.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, they were really pushing the envelope.
I'm telling you that. All right, so Jesus Christ. So like the fighting style that I was complaining about, where they stop and do the whole 360 turnaround thing, I do like the floating thing, where they're like kicking, where like Neo's kicking, but he's like floating as he's kicking, kind of like doing like a bicycle kick, kind of. That's pretty cool. I like those. Where he's coming like 6
See,
feet
that's
off the
floating.
ground.
Yeah, I think that this movie innovated a lot of the technology to be able to do those kind of shots.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, nothing like that was ever seen before this movie.
No. I think Kill Bill was made because of this movie. Like the not made, but the choreography was done like the way it was because of this movie, because of Matrix.
Oh yeah, well, of course Tarantino. I mean that guy pretty much, he didn't go to film school. He just watched shitloads of movies all the time. Like anything he could watch, he knew. Hong Kong, Japanese movies, shit like that.
Smart dude. Although
Yeah.
that last movie he did was horrible. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Did you see that movie?
Oh, I haven't seen it
That
yet.
movie was boring as shit.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
I wonder how much training they had to do for this.
I'm sure they had
Of course,
stunt
some of
doubles.
this could be. Yeah. It looks really convincing, though.
Yeah.
They're
I mean, weren't they wearing like full body harnesses and then they just like
Yeah.
got rid of the
oh
wires?
yeah, that's
Yeah. Like when they're up in the like when they're floating, they actually have like so instead of how it is like nowadays, they actually have like people in green suits holding them up as they're stopping in the air. Like
yeah.
I was watching like the documentary stuff today, like behind the scenes of this. And it was showing where green people like people getting these green suits and they would literally hold up Lawrence Fishburne and Keanu Reeves up like this and like hold them in like their stance and shit. I'm like, bro, that's ghetto as fuck. I mean, you got to get the job done, I guess, but holy shit, we've come a long way in 20 years, man.
Oh yeah, look at this. The staring each other down and then bam, bam, bam.
I love this whole like, you know, yeah, this movie's iconic in so many ways, man.
Yeah, it really changed the landscape. Because here we are talking about it, uh, over 20 years later, and people still talk about this movie. People still remember this movie. It's still referenced a lot in comedy and even in other movies.
Yeah, this I'm telling you, man. That's why I'm kind of scared about them making this sequel, Matrix 4. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Plus, I mean, a lot of people complain about Matrix 3 anyways. A lot of people say like the third Matrix wasn't really that good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wasn't really impressed with Reloaded or whatever the final. I don't know whatever
I think it
the
was
two
Revolutions, right?
sequels.
Something like that.
Free your mind and your ass will follow. Yeah, that's right. I listened to P Funk, Funkadelic. Wait, see, I'm a little behind. So has is Neo jumped yet?
No, not yet. Or at least not for me.
I'm in the part where he just jumped off the cliff.
Now, this is another thing that kind of made me wonder about what the hell. Like, okay,
It's-
uh, okay, now, okay, now if you die in the Matrix and you die there, then why didn't he die in the street? Unless that was just the way it was programmed, because it was a test simulation, but
Yeah, I
it
think
did make me wonder.
yeah, I think it's because he was in a simulation. You talking when he jumped off and then bounced off the ground?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was because that was a simulation, the one that Morpheus triggered, right? The one that he was running.
yeah,
So
yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah. When he, uh,
Bro, she
I
is
don't
so
know,
hot. Doesn't she get naked
he's what?
in Reloaded? Right? She has that sex scene in Reloaded, right?
Oh, I don't remember. It's been a long ass time since I've seen the
'Cause
sequels.
I remember she fucks Neo, but I just can't remember when.
Now, see, I think that when he's walking through the city, this is definitely a commentary on like society and shit, you know.
And Ada Smith's in there too, isn't he?
You know,
In the crowd as well.
yeah, yeah. Have you got to the scene where the red dress woman walks by?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think this is what really appeals to like a lot of punk rockers and goths, you know, like people that are, you know, on the fringe of culture, things like that, you know.
So Morpheus is the only one that can stop time, right?
Well, they're still in the simulation, or like the training program.
Oh, okay. So he's still running everything.
Yeah.
I'd be like, look, fam,
Boy, this
keep me in a simulation this entire time. I do not want to leave the simulation.
yeah. What a way to sell it. Everybody's died facing an agent, so join us.
That's the thing, man. I don't know if I do it.
Well, you know, I mean, when he presents him with the pills, he doesn't really have a lot to go on making that decision.
Facts.
You know, I mean, I would take the red pill not because I think I'm some sort of badass or anything. It's just that, yeah, things I
Nobody
haven't
wants to go
really
back to
been.
reality.
Yeah, they're in that ship or whatever now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they've been in it the whole time, but okay. Here's another question: how is there air in the world, or oxygen
Well,
rather,
What do you mean?
in the real world? Right? You know,
Oh.
everything got the sky got blocked out, everything died. So what's making oxygen? You know,
Well, like even if the sun turned off right now, and no photosynthesis was occurring, there would still be like because animal life is like not even 1% of all biomass for things that have like anaerobic cycles. So we'd be fine for some time, but they probably have rebreathers on the ship. I guess that's the short answer. Like oxygen scrubbers, chemical.
yeah, that would. I imagine that it would have to be something like that. It just, of course, you know. I mean, I may be overthinking it, but this is what happens. You know, and you know, some people will think these things.
My question is, if they die for real in the Matrix, like, are there just people who haven't been unplugged, just like offing themselves, and then the robots, the robots like, oh, we lost another one.
You know what? I'm gonna go off the limb and probably say yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, I imagine they probably don't make people immortal. You know, they probably just die, and that's why they have to keep spawning them.
Doesn't seem that lucrative. Like if they were gonna make a simulation to make because they're human batteries, wouldn't they give you like the perfect life and like just fill you with like dopamine with a needle?
That would be the ideal situation. The ideal company. Because again, man, if you brought me here, man, I'd be like, dude, this shit is fucking super sketchy, man. I got computers I ain't wipe dust off of. You got rusty wires you put in the back of people's heads. Like, fuck no, dude. That's like going to a tattoo artist and the dude's the needles are all fucking used up and shit. Fuck no.
So I
I'll
don't
be like,
drive
well, shitty life. I'll be like, shitty reality. I guess it is.
them. Now, I don't know how versed are you guys on the Bible, the Christian Bible?
I am
Um,
not well versed on the Bible.
I know a bit.
I mean, I
Yeah,
obviously
because
know like I know like the main characters. Like I know like
The
Jesus.
main characters.
Oh, you know what I mean? Like I know like Jesus, Mary,
We got our
Joseph.
protagonist, Jesus Christ. And
The antagonist is Judas.
yeah, well they
Oh,
keep dropping.
he's a sub villain.
They just keep dropping these biblical references. Like what's his name told them that the only city with people left that are not in the Matrix is called Zion, which is another name for Jerusalem in Israel.
And that's the holy city, right? That's what Jerusalem is, right?
And it's kind of funny how and then with that in mind, it's like people keep saying Jesus. I know that might just be, just the way people talk, but with you got the Nebuchadnezzar, you got the you know
The Zion thing.
Zion thing, and then just and then Neo is being sold as a savior.
Because this was actually written, right? Or was this written and directed by the Wachowskis? Or was
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
directed by the Wachowskis? They wrote it too, right?
yeah, yeah. I think they had a lot of hands in there. Yeah, it was written by the Wachowskis and directed. So yeah, this was their vision.
Okay, so this is like their baby. Like everything is like the whole shebang, the storyline, everything. Smart dudes, man.
Yeah,
And I think they're the ones that's coming back for Matrix 4. You know,
So-
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Smith.
you were asking about different versions, and apparently there is an alternative DVD version that was released in Israel. And it just doesn't have the mouse running into the kitchen scene and telling everyone that Morpheus is fighting. So
That's it.
pretty much, I guess. I don't know why they cut that out for Israel.
yeah. Well, that's a cultural thing that I can't wrap my mind around.
Yeah, I would say it's. I mean,
Oh,
it's gotta have something to do with like their culture or something. Yeah, I think there were. Did you hear? I believe there were scenes out of WandaVision that they took out in China or somewhere.
I
Oh
believe
yeah, yeah.
Because it had something to do with like the devil or something. I can't remember, but apparently, yeah. I can't put my finger on which country it is. I don't want to say China. I just call everything China, but I don't think it was China. It was like one of those countries. I mean, it could have been China because China that's who they mostly pander to when it comes to like what kind of content they want to put into their, stuff, especially when it comes to marketing.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, there's like some
China's
things from that they took out.
yeah. China's pretty authoritarian too.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you on to see where they're eating the gruel?
hmm He got he's got his 8 Mile kit on. Oh, Keanu.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that beanie looks like it's seen some action too. It's all frayed and it's
on
all,
the 8 Mile, bro.
yeah. Yeah, he's about to conquer the.
He just came from downtown Detroit, man, spitting a few freestyles,
So they actually did the filming in Australia for The Matrix.
All of it?
That's what it says.
A lot of
So-
filming is done in Australia.
Yeah, because you got Mad Max, you got this.
A lot of Disney movies are filmed there too. I know that. I think they did Shang-Chi there. That the movie about the Asian superhero for Disney, or not for Disney, but for Marvel.
Yeah.
They filmed out there in Australia. Thor is filming in Australia. Spider-Man, Australia. Australia's a big fucking like. It's just
Well,
because there's a lot of land there, or what?
Thor was New Zealand too, right?
Yeah, but no. I mean, like the Thor they're filming now is
Oh.
they're filming in Australia right now.
Yeah, the
But yeah,
government
I
must
think the
have
first one
a
was filmed in New Zealand.
they
Now,
must have a deal.
Disney?
Just the Australian government, like if they film there, they'll
Oh.
tax cuts and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, because I know a lot of the big places, like at least in America, are like Atlanta. A lot of people film in like Atlanta.
oh yeah.
A lot of people film in like obviously like New York. Some places in Tennessee, Orlando, Miami. But then you always hear of like Australia. It's like, huh? Australia of all places? I don't know if it's the land or maybe the climate there. Uh,
Well, I think in places that don't snow makes it a lot easier for films
Yeah.
because you don't have a choice. But if you're in a non-snow climate, you
Yeah.
can make the snow. Like all the snow in Gremlins was fake.
Really?
Yeah.
I meant yeah. All right. So I meant to ask you a question about Gremlins too. All right. Would you guys consider Gremlins a Christmas movie?
I would, but
A
But,
Christmas movie?
Yeah, a Christmas movie.
No. maybe a Halloween movie with
so
Christmas.
Mr.
In there.
Futterman. Mr. Futterman was played by Dick Miller, who is the actor known for playing Walter Paisley in several movies. Neil, come with me. All
Wait,
right, you
what'd you
guys.
say?
Oh, what do you mean about the Mr. Futterman from the Gremlins?
Okay, all right. Because I was like, because I remember you talking about Dick Miller, and I was like, wait, who did Dick Miller play? Okay, I got you. Wait,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
in Gremlins?
Yeah, he played Mr. Futterman, the old cranky guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's. I'm trying to think what he did in that movie. I think he was in like some kind of bulldozer or something in that at the end. I don't know, but yeah, he's Walter Paisley.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen I said Grizzly. Since I've seen Gremlins as well. It's been a hot minute. I'll tell you what I did watch recently though was the original Child's Play. That still holds up.
Yeah, I like that one. That definitely, I really liked that movie when it first came out too.
You should watch the remake that they did with Mark Hamill.
Yeah, that is definitely on my to watch list.
That one was really good, man. I thought it was going to be bad. It ended up being really good. Yeah.
They're going to see the Oracle now. This is one of the key moments in the film.
Yeah, they took the spoon scene out for the Fox televised version.
Why?
That's what I'm wondering, because that makes it's a big part of the movie. It's classic.
Yeah. The floating blocks was pretty good. I thought the spoon kind of looked fake, kind of a little too CGI, but it was old CGI.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing when you go back and watch the old X-Men movies. It looks just like that. Like it'll like when you go back and you watch like X2, where Magneto's like in that prison, and then he creates he takes the iron out that dude's body and makes the metal plates. It looks literally just like what we just saw with the spoon just now. Like where you can like kind of tell like because the way it moves and like how shiny they try and make it, so it like moves like this. Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know why this kid is
content. By the way, thanks for coming through, chilling with us here on this watch along.
Are either one of you acquainted with RX content, or is this a fresh face for us?
Say that again. You went out a little bit.
Oh shit! Really? Wow. Anyway, yeah, I just wondered if the last commenter was somebody either one of you know.
Oh yeah. I know him. Yeah, that's Rarrett's content. Yeah, he's been supporting the channel for quite some time, man.
Cool.
So doing a video in this format, is this how most people do it? Like if we tried to share a video like on this platform, would we get copyright?
It would get axed like crazy. Yeah. Yeah, people do it like except sometimes it'll be like because I've seen some YouTubers, it'll be like just them doing a watch along. To me, that seems boring. That's why I try and do it like with us and not just like that seems boring as fuck. Because people do it with like football games all the time, and people do it with like movies.
Well, at that point, you're a reaction channel, right?
Yeah, like
which at that point,
it's just like I don't want to sit there and watch one person watch something I wish I was watching. Like I used to do that with like football games. Like I would try and sit there and watch someone that's watching like a game that I can't get on TV or whatever. Man, that shit is rough. But they also had like enough subscribers and shit to where people would just be like super chat. So you're basically just abusing it for super chats pretty much at that point. Like, it's crazy. I think the better ones are done when it's like people like it's like groups like us, where it's like you had 3 different opinions about a movie. You know what I mean?
Now here with the Oracle, this is, I think this is a reference to the Oracle at Delphi from ancient Greece. Socrates visited the Oracle at Delphi and told him that he was the wisest person in the world. But where I think they get that from is because they found that in the building that the Oracle did her thing in, there was like some kind of a volcanic vent that was like releasing these gases that could like fuck with your mind, like intoxicate you. And she would, smell these gases and go into some kind of trance and then make some sort of proclamation. And I think she had an interpreter. But the reason why I thought of the Oracle at Delphi for this is because she talks about this. She opens the oven and smells the cookies. So I thought that was kind of a
okay.
Yeah, the gases like the Oracle at Delphi. The intoxicating smell of cookies.
Son of a bitch. My PS4 went in rest mode.
Oh, wait, you lost the video?
Because my PS4 went in rest mode because I haven't touched my controller in a while. So I have my laptop right here, so I couldn't see the message when it said, hey, you got 10 minutes left to touch your controller before you cut your shit off. So now I got to cut my PS4 back on.
Do you need us to pause? You're going to catch up?
No, I'll catch up.
All right, cool. So what about you, Smith? You see anything that might be a reference or reminiscent or some, anything like that from it? Not just this particular scene, but anything.
So far, just like I mentioned, that club scene, is probably mirrored in, like, you guys ever played Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines? I know you don't play video games that much, Mark, but that whole scene and that whole game is like a mix between The Matrix and Blade. You know?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because Blade had that big club scene. That was a pretty cool scene. That was cooler than the Matrix one.
Oh my god, I hit my TV. There we go.
Well, yeah. What does it mean when Neo takes the cookie?
What was that resemblance? What was that a resemblance for?
What do you mean, the cookie?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I was just kind of making a joke. Like he took the pill,
Oh.
and the Oracle gives him a cookie. I don't know. I don't know if it means something or not, but I didn't get anything off it except I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh, I thought you were saying it meant something. I was like, oh, I want to know what it means.
Yeah.
What's you guys' time?
Oh, well, I'm at 118.50.
Okay. So I'll just. Is that where you're at too, Smith? Or at least around
Yes. Yeah, pretty
that.
close.
Okay. So I just fast forward to 118.48. I swear, everybody looks so cool, man, in this fucking movie.
Yeah, it's so silent. Oh, here we go. They got the deja vu.
I love how everybody's wearing suits except for like these two guys right here. Decided to throw a jacket on, like a short sleeve shirt and some jeans. They're like, hey, it's not in the budget.
Yeah, I mean, is that a bit ham-fisted to have them the moment that they realize they're being fucked with, having a black cat cross their path?
Twice.
Yeah. Oh man.
So all the guns in this are actually they're lightweight plastic replicas, so that they can move them around all crazy without their arms getting tired.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like they would be really fucking heavy if they were real. But yeah, all this shit about what happens in your mind and think it's very zen. The idea of the world being, transformed by your mind or existing in your mind. A lot of ontological things going on with this whole movie. Really.
I feel like, I mean, imagine living after this. You know what I mean? Like being alive after, like you're fucked mentally, bro. Because you won't even be able to tell like what's real, what's not. At that point,
Yeah.
like you go to sleep and you wake up, like you're done, bro. Like you might as well just fucking call a spade, man, and yeah, you're fucked. I mean, think about it. Like you're going, in and out of a state of conscience, right? You're in the Matrix, and then you're out. Like at that point, like you wouldn't be able to differentiate like what you can and can't do. If you're really talking to someone, or if you're not, you know what I mean? Like that's got to be crazy, man.
Yeah, because what's to say that what he's going through right now outside of the Matrix isn't just another Matrix within the Matrix, or just like how could you trust anything? I think that's what you were saying, right? Like
Yeah,
you can't really trust anything after that. You've already found one stage of it. What makes
like a different hex.
outside of the yeah, like what makes outside of the Matrix any more real?
The fact that they heard him sneeze through the walls, bro.
Oh boy.
Agent fucking Smith.
Oh boy.
Morpheus doing Morpheus things, man.
You're fucked now, buddy. Agent. Okay. See, I think I'm a little behind you now because you've already seen Morpheus smash his head.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Bro, this is so awesome. I would say how come they don't make action like this anymore, but they kind of do. It's just the stories are bad.
Oh yeah, we could also definitely informed by Joseph Campbell's Hero of a Thousand Faces in this whole movie. Here, Neo being the hero and Morpheus being the
The sensei.
the because like Ben
Sensei
Obi-Wan
Morpheus.
Kenobi was the yeah like Morpheus
Oh,
is the
you're right.
uh,
You're right.
yeah, Morpheus is the Obi-Wan Kenobi to Luke. Oh man, getting your head busted out on a toilet, man.
Bro, this fight scene though, man. Jeez Louise.
All right, so Morpheus said nobody lived facing an agent. I forgot what happened in this one.
Damn, they fucked him up.
Uh-oh. Huh.
That's the guy that plays the captain from Bad Boys. Just now I was able to pinpoint that.
Oh shit! I haven't seen Bad Boys in so long.
I watched Bad Boys 3 last year. Dude. That movie sucked. That movie was straight trash. I'm like, don't ever make another fucking Bad Boys movie ever again. That movie was so fucking bad.
What was that movie? Shit, it'll come.
Who was in it?
Simon Pegg. That was the movie where they're cops.
Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
His biggest influences were what you call it, the Keanu Reeves movie, the surf movie, and Bad Boys 2.
Oh, Bill and Ted?
No, where he plays a secret agent trying to infiltrate a group of surfers that did bank robberies or something.
Oh, Point Break.
High Point or Point Blank. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and Simon Pegg's partner.
They did a remake of that movie too, not too long ago, about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. That flopped. To no surprise, obviously.
Yeah, that's
I Remember when Colin Farrell did the Collateral Damage remake as well, about 10 or 15 years ago?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is creepy.
Yeah, this part's a little awkward, man.
Oh man, this. Yeah, it's like, oh no, it makes you wonder about being.
For for the viewers at home, you don't want to know
Yeah.
what's going on.
Like,
Because if I try to
in case-
explain it by saying it out loud, it wouldn't sound right.
this kind of makes me afraid to be, put unconscious in a dentist chair.
Have you ever seen Horrible Bosses?
Oh no, that's a
You
movie.
never seen that movie?
No.
Oh my god, that's one of the best comedies out there.
I'll have to check it out.
Jennifer Aniston plays she's a dentist in the movie, and Charlie Day works for her, and she pretty much does his fiance's like teeth, and she puts his fiance to sleep, and then starts to try and like have sex with him while her fiance sleep. It's a funny movie though. Like it's a hilarious fucking movie.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's got the dude from The Office in it. Jason
Michael
Sudeikis.
Scott.
Jason Sudeikis or Sudeikis. It's got him, Charlie Day, and Jason Bateman. I love Jason Bateman. And the bosses were Kevin Spacey, just like pre House of Cards, I believe, and then Jennifer Aniston and Colin Farrell. It's a good. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe you guys haven't seen that, man. Oh man.
Now here's Cypher saying that he wants to go back to the Matrix. See, I'd be like, who wouldn't want to go back? And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't. Matrix, like what? Oh, okay, yeah, my luxurious life of, like living with the guy and trying to be a freelance artist to sell art that people don't even know about. Like, yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'll take my chances outside the Matrix.
Yeah, take the chances in the Matrix.
Yeah, that way, there's no money, like, no, take my chances out of the Matrix. Because if my life as it is now is the Matrix, yeah, I would take the red pill, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you just be running away from Agent Smith for all of eternity.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, maybe I wouldn't try to fuck with them. I'd be like, let me jump on another ship.
You got the wrong one.
I definitely wouldn't be a Neo. That would be hilarious. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna get you out of the Matrix. You're our savior. Like, what? Have you looked at me? I mean, what do I look like outside of the Matrix? Am I buff?
Hey, all you need is the mind, bro. That's all you need, bro.
That's right, man. See, because I wouldn't mind looking like Keanu Reeves outside. It's like.
I'd probably look like a runaway slave, even with the suits on.
Yeah, well,
And she's
not
awake
at all.
and bleeding.
Ooh. Oh no, it's him. Wait, what's his name again? I keep forgetting that. He's Dozer. Oh, is that no? Dozer's his brother. Hell of a watch along. I keep forgetting the character's
I was calling the great value version of Michael Jackson. They couldn't afford Michael Jackson, so they had to cast this guy.
Yeah, there was I think it was Tito Jackson that made a video back in the 80s and couldn't afford his brother, so
Holy shit!
They
That
had,
sounds like some Michael
they let-
Jackson shit, man.
yeah,
Like you got to charge me to be in your videos. Like, what the?
yeah,
Your own brother?
yeah. Like they had some kind of like motion, stop motion animated like figure be Michael Jackson in the video because he couldn't afford to have Michael Jackson on the set.
Bruh, I'm dead.
You probably blame his agents more though than himself.
What an asshole, bro.
His agents are like, "Yeah, you ain't going on that stage without a bunch of money." Now, have ever seen a hypodermic needle like that outside of the movies?
Fuck no.
Yeah. What about you, Smith? Have you ever seen a hypodermic needle like that with the rings on it for your finger?
No. Well, maybe when they did the peanut butter shot. Do you remember that?
No.
No.
The one that goes in your ass cheek?
Yeah. I mean, I know what it is. I didn't see the needle for that.
Yeah,
No,
no,
siree.
you turned around for it, so I'd imagine it's that big though.
Yeah, because I don't know. All the hypodermics ever used on me were really tiny.
Is all right, so you know that apparently it's gonna be, see, I'm still confused on the details of this new Matrix movie. But you remember Black Manta from Aquaman?
Aquaman? Yeah.
Yeah. So he's supposed to be playing Morpheus in the new Matrix movie.
Oh.
But I'm guessing it's gonna be a younger version of him. I mean, obviously a younger version, but like it's weird because it's still gonna have Keanu Reeves in it too, I believe. So like I'm just kind of confused on like what the plot is for this new Matrix movie.
So Fishburne isn't going to be in the movie at all?
I don't know, but they casted. I mean, this was announced like a year or so ago, but they casted Yaha. I already say his name. Yahya Abdul Mateen, I believe is how you say his name. Great actor. He's in like everything now, but like he's the guy that's the new Candyman as well.
Oh,
But yeah, I don't know, man. I really hope they have Lawrence Fishburne in it, though, man. That's all I really care about. As long as you have Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne in it.
yeah, man. That would be a weird choice not to have Lawrence Fishburne unless he didn't want to do it.
But that's the thing with this whole like, I don't like having like these sequels and reboots. Like maybe reboots, but like if it was done like casually, but reboots are done like just constantly now. Like it's there's no tracking it. You know what I mean? Like there's no like excitement for reboots anymore. But I just don't like when they do like these sequels like 30, 40 years after the original. Like I don't want to see this person all old. And again, I'm not saying Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne are like old and broken down, but Lawrence Fishburne's up there now, up there in age. Like he's old and broken down pretty much right now.
Well, he's still acting.
Yeah, he's still acting, but he's not like. But you know what I mean?
Like
he's
that
not,
Netflix thing.
Yeah, but he's not going to be able to like, you know what I mean? Like slim down and still look like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how much stuff they use for Nick Fury for what's his name? Samuel Jackson for Nick Fury.
Oh yeah.
They use a lot of fucking shit just to make him look like decently like young, you know, like middle aged.
Well, yeah, but Lawrence Fishburne doesn't even look that old right now. Like, pull up a picture of him. He looks fine.
He looks fairly old. I remember seeing him in he was in Ant-Man 2, right?
He played what's his name? The Black Goliath reference. I forgot the name of the character. But yeah, he was in that Office or whatever.
I said Fisher.
He used
Fishburne.
He was in John Wick Chapter 3.
Yeah.
And he was in Ant-Man.
Chapter 2 as well, too, right?
I don't. Oh yeah, he was.
Guess he was that guy on the roof with the pigeon.
Yeah, he's the homeless dude.
Yeah. See, I felt like they should have just left it at that with him. Like they should have just whatchamacallit. Like I don't know how I feel about this whole like Matrix sequel thing.
Yeah.
Right now, he's filming all the old knives.
All the what?
All the old knives. It's coming out, I guess.
Is that another Netflix thing or?
I'm not sure.
All of the old knives.
Oh, this is another iconic scene or a real key point. Agent Smith's theory on humans.
I wonder if Hugo Weaving ever got nominated for anything from this role. Probably.
Are you talking about anybody get awards?
Hugo
Anybody
Weaving
in this
for
film?
for Agent Smith. Wow, he's only 59. I thought he was older than that. Huh.
Sorry about Fishburne.
Yeah.
I told you he's not that. He looks fine.
I thought this dude was like almost 70. This dude's not even 60 yet. Damn.
Yeah. Wow. Fishburne's only 9 years older than me. What do you? Oh, here we go. Lots of guns. That's why it's going to work.
It's weird how almost every act has like like a very like iconic scene in it. Like each part of this movie has like this scene that you just remember being like, oh my god, like just staring like in awe as a kid.
Yeah. And this is one of those movies too that was just. It was just innovative and I mean, it's not. It wasn't even an adaptation of a book. It was its own thing.
Yeah, which I'm also shocked by as well. Like there wasn't like before this, there wasn't any kind of adaptation, of anything. It was like, hey, look, it's a great story, turn it into a film, boom, and look what they did, man.
Yeah. Just a movie ass movie. It's just a movie on its own. Agent Smith really fucking hates humans.
Yeah, it's almost too convincing of a performance.
Yeah.
You played that part a little too well. His name and so the character from Ant-Man was Bill Foster. That's who it was.
Yeah. Yeah, because what it was back in the 70s in the comics,
Black Goliath.
Bill Foster.
Right?
Yeah, it was Black Goliath. I used to have a copy of Black Goliath #1, but yeah, that's long gone, man. All my comics from my youth are gone.
Yeah, hey, don't feel bad, man, because a lot of my memorabilia that I had as a kid are gone as well, man. Like I'd be lucky to find my old N64 that I had as a kid. Yeah. I lost a lot of stuff as a kid too, man. Like my mom like made me like throw away, and I'm like, this is gonna be worth something one day. And then here I am, 28 years old. I'm like, I wasn't wrong. A lot of that shit that my mom made me throw away had a lot of fucking worth in this day and age.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I had a lot of comics though that probably didn't add up. I don't think I gotta wonder how much uh, Black Goliath would be estimated at for now. I mean, most of the people that saw Ant-Man probably didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
Oh man, well here we go, running up the walls and shit.
Then the cartwheel in it in the middle of the air, man.
I mean, this is like the whole climax of this movie is just absolutely iconic.
I never understand in movies where they just keep shooting when you don't see old dude. Like he's standing behind like the fucking like you know what I mean, like the wall, and they're just shooting at the wall.
Yeah.
Like it's like you can't even like wait till you like I just never understood that in movies. But again, I know it's like reading too much into things, but yeah.
Well, one thing that I think could justify it is they're laying down cover fire, but that doesn't seem to always be the case.
Yeah.
I think it's just the director going, "Oh, we're gonna get paid by the boom, boom, bang here."
The fact she's running around with a shotty.
That's the one thing about a lot of Clint Eastwood movies, like Dirty Harry and his like Man with No Name. It's like that. Like Clint Eastwood barely wasted a shot. It's like once he pulled the trigger, somebody was gonna die.
Yeah. Waste no bullets, man. Wouldn't you think, though, just throwing this out there, as much as I appreciate the running up in the air and kicking and the cartwheels in the air and the 360, jumping 5 feet and doing a 360 camera roll around just for the fuck of it, as much as I appreciate it, like, wouldn't you think in a world like in our own little reality of the Matrix, wouldn't that just be like a little like unnecessary to do? Like in a fight, like just like stop and do the cartwheel in the air and then dodging bullets. I understand like that when once we see that sequence, you can totally understand that one. But the whole like cartwheel in the air and then Superman punching someone's shins, like it's like, all right, weird flex. I mean, you get the job done, but weird flex.
Right. This is definitely where the directors are trying to be artists. I mean, because I can go both ways. Like, I have fun picking them apart and talking about how ridiculous some of the things are, but I also think it looks really cool too. There is no spoon. Yeah, Neo, but is there a spork?
Got the ultimate man moment. Get the hold the old gal. Fly up the, elevator.
Yeah, the flames coming out there, man. Oh, the flame. That's got to be one of the funniest scenes in the movie.
The sprinklers.
Yeah. Now this right here with the helicopter guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like the teaser trailer when the movie first came out. Like you'd see it on TV. And it was like almost nothing but that clip. It was like, what the hell is going on with this movie?
So weird, man.
Oh, here we go. Often imitated, never duplicated.
It's not done so much anymore, though, which I'm happy about. I'm glad that directors have figured out and choreographers have figured out like it's not going to be able to be done again. like chill.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those things though, somebody has to. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, that poor helicopter guy. Well, I don't know. He
So
died
in
in
the
his.
German version of this, she doesn't say dodge this. She says only an agent.
Okay.
What? I'm weak. Only an agent.
I don't know. Wow. I don't know why Germans like David Hasselhoff so much. I don't.
Oh my gosh. Um, Shout out to Brian Matthews. He says he's Perry White in the Superman movies. I think that goes back to I don't know who we were talking about. That was sent about 10 minutes ago. So who are we talking about? But shout out to
Oh, it
Brian
was.
Matthews.
Oh, hey, Brian.
You said someone was Perry Mason and I mean Perry White in the Superman movies. Oh, he's talking about Lawrence Fishburne. He
Oh, okay.
was. Yes. That's what you're talking about, Brian. Okay, gotcha. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Let's see this.
So he's
The
been a
raining
part
bullet
of the
shell.
DCEU and the Marvel movies. Then
Now, see, this is really John Woo here. This kind of gun fu type stuff with
the
the
water flying
rain.
up and the bullets coming down.
Well, like the raining shells and shit like that. Because John Woo was just so stylish in his what they called heroic bloodshed movies, and a lot of people like around that time were trying to be John Woo.
Rightfully
I mean,
so.
yeah. I mean, everybody has their influences, but yeah, this is where I see it, but I think this is really what popularized that. Like a lot of people didn't know John Woo in America, in the popular mind. Oh man, that
Hug me,
face.
brother.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It was doing like hug me.
Yeah. Yeah, saved by a bro hug.
It's weird how Agent Smith has the same expression throughout every single movie.
Yeah.
Like throughout the trilogy, like his facial expression never changes.
Oh man, wow. I get vertigo really easy, and hanging up from a helicopter, I think I would just die. I think I would go with under cardiac arrest. Like that would just be the end of me.
I
Well,
think
there's
you would
no
probably.
fucking way.
I think you were probably like, I wouldn't say going to car accident, but you probably be in shock for like maybe. Oh shit, he dropped him. Yeah, if you get dropped, then yeah, you'll probably die. All right, rest before you hit the ground. But hanging off, I think your body would be in shock for like a couple minutes.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna get all Neo and shit? Yeah, he is. Come on, Neo. Oh wait, you're probably ahead of me already. Uh
Oh no!
oh
And the helicopter goes inside the building.
man, that's a hell of a day at the office.
See, I wonder how they. Yeah, that had to be computer generated. Man, that looks so cool though.
It's a good thing it came out when it did, or
Yeah.
that might have been a poor taste scene.
Yeah. Just they just got it as the stone wall was coming down on Indiana Jones. They managed to roll under that. Believe what again? I just had to jump out of an exploding helicopter. I'm not exactly thinking about it.
You have disappointed
All right.
me, my young Jedi.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that's really Yoda of him.
You know, you need that part for every movie. You know,
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in you. I'm sorry, Sensei. I have disrespected you and the entire culture. I apologize. And all of a sudden, okay, 20 minutes later, I go and save the day. Somehow.
These guys are interrupted because they have to go and perform a ska concert.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mighty
I
Boss
play
Tones.
trombone. Yeah. Yeah, I hung out with those guys.
I
mean,
saw
not
him
all
for
the
free
time,
at a
but after
beer
the show.
festival.
Nice. Beer festival, that's awesome.
I mean, I wasn't of age, but I still saw him, so you know whatever.
Yeah, I got a long story about that night, but it was one of my favorite ska concert moments.
When was this?
The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when I was really going to ska concerts a lot, I would show up early to shows, because they were always, um, in just bars and shit. So, uh, a band came to Toledo called the Pie Tasters. They were going to open up for the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones in Detroit. They got me comped for that show. And then when I was hanging out in the audience waiting for the show, the singer Dickie Barrett came up to me and gave me a VIP pass to go hang out with them after the show.
Oh, word.
And yeah, we got backstage and they had a big garbage can full of ice and beers. So,
So did you find out
I
what
got
the
to hang
deal
out with them and
is?
drink beers.
You find out what the deal with
The
that
deal
dude
is-
who just dances on the side the whole time?
Well, he's just they call him the Boss Tone, and yeah, I don't know, man, but he was like the first person that handed me a beer. Yeah, and it was like Sam Adams and shit.
That's some good ass beer, though. Especially like their seasonal beers.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of cool.
He said, fuck that gun.
Yeah, of course. If you have an action movie, they got to solve it with their fists.
See, this is what I missed, though. I missed the fist. Name me the last action movie you saw where it was nothing but like good old fashioned fists.
Oh well, like a recent one, yeah.
That's a good question. When's the last time you saw a really good action movie? That was actually action.
I mean, do the Marvel movies count?
But was there much fist fighting in the Marvel movies? I mean, think about it. The most fist fighting we got was what? Infinity War? With Thanos when he fights? Pretty much anyone?
Yeah.
Or an Endgame where he fought those three. We fought all three of them at the same time. That was pretty cool. That was actually a really cool sequence. Because that was when Cap picked up the hammer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, they definitely had to establish Thanos as a badass, and what, and it always seems to be the best way to show how badass they are, where they could just throw down with their fists. Like right here, we got like Neo, it's got to be the badass.
All right, so this is the part I love right here, man. He uses Morpheus's like his fucking when he does this, he used that on him. You felt
Yeah, that's
would that be too early though? Would the first movie be too early for him to use that?
well, that was from Bruce Lee.
No, I'm saying like from but Morpheus was doing the same thing on him though when they were training earlier.
Oh, like
Where he
wait,
was
I'll
doing
get
it, where he was doing this.
Yeah, you said
to
like
him?
when he. Oh, I'm not looking. When he's doing what? I froze, didn't I? Okay, when he's doing this,
Yeah, where he does it.
the waving
Yeah,
his
he does
hand like
this.
that. Yeah,
Like I mean, like I know that's from
Yeah.
like Bruce Lee, but I mean like at the beginning of the movie, he wasn't doing it at all. It was Morpheus doing it to him. Remember? So like,
right. Yeah,
is it too early for him to use that against Agent Smith in the first movie, or is that something we should say for like you know what I mean?
Well,
like
Did they
I know
even
it's not that
intend-
big of a deal, but you know what I mean.
Were they even planning on making a second one at the time they were filming this?
I don't know.
yeah. I don't know either. It would.
So I guess they had to go all out then, especially if they
It
didn't know
would
they were.
almost make, yeah. It would almost make sense if they didn't have it planned. You know, given that the next two movies were not nearly as good.
Facts. I still like Reloaded, but Revolution I don't even like.
I'm gonna have to give those movies a rewatch. See what it's like 15 years later, or however long it's been.
That's why I get so hesitant
right.
about watching certain movies because I'm like I have this like perception of them that I just don't want it. I don't want it to change, and I feel like there's some movies that if I watch it again as an adult, my perception of the movie will change because of how bad it really is. You know what I mean? Like Rush Hour.
Right.
Like I have not gone back and watched Rush Hour since like I was at least like a teenager. Because I feel like it's probably a really bad movie going back and watching it.
Man, I remember
be
when
wrong.
Chris Tucker was everywhere. It's like, is Chris Tucker doing anything now?
The last thing I saw Chris Tucker in was Silver Linings Playbook, which was that movie with Jennifer Lawrence and what's his face, Bradley Cooper. That's the last time I saw Chris Tucker.
Oh wow! I think
That was 10?
I think the movie Friday. Oh shit! Yeah, wow. Because there was somebody on Tom and Jerry that I thought Chris Tucker was doing the voice for, and it wasn't him.
Are you saying it? Oh, it wasn't him?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, and that's what made me think, like, what the hell happened to him? I mean, I don't know.
Man. He still does like stand up, but he doesn't do acting that much, which I think is a shame, man, because the dude is great. He's got a voice like none other. He has really good serious acting skills too, man.
Yeah, I think for a while there, they wanted him because he was Smokey in Friday.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, Chris, do that thing. You know, you got knocked the fuck out. You know, do that through the whole movie, man.
Yeah, like it's crazy, man. Like Jim Carrey went from comedy to, I wouldn't say he went from comedy to serious acting, but I mean, because he's always been a comedian, but Jim Carrey's a really good serious actor too, man. Like I feel like like that whole era, like Jim Carrey, Chris Tucker, Martin Lawrence couldn't really pull it off. Robin Williams put it off amazingly. Like just going from like comedy and then also proving like your expertise that you can actually be a serious actor too and be in a drama too. Like it's pretty cool shit, man. Sandler as well, even though that movie, what was that movie? Uncut Gems. That movie was awful. That movie was a waste of fucking like that movie was so bad. I was pissed when the movie was over that I just wasted 2 hours. That's how bad that movie was.
Wow.
But he was really good in it. Like he was a really good actor in that movie. Like I don't know why he doesn't do more serious roles.
Well, the latest thing I heard from Jim Carrey was he was doing Joe Biden for a while on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
He was really good too.
yeah. I saw clips of that on YouTube late last year. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, he really hasn't been in anything besides that, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, he was in the Sonic movie.
Fuck.
Oh no.
That's
Yeah.
what he was in. He was in fucking Sonic. Forgot about that.
Wow.
They're making a second one too, which I'm sure he's going to be in it.
Wow. He's shooting the fuck out of him. That's a great trope.
Fuck.
I love it when they slide down and leave a blood trail on the wall. Check.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
He is not breathing.
well,
Job well done, Agent Smith.
if he wasn't Jesus before, he will be in the moment.
What? The main character's dead.
Yeah.
Could it be?
Main character's dead, and there's still 12 minutes to go. What's going on?
Could it be?
I think didn't Trinity fall in love with him from watching him? Like she was spying on him, right? So, yeah, it's a little creepy.
Yeah, this movie has some creepy tendencies throughout it.
Yeah.
Like
This is a
kissing
cool
a man
scene and
when he's asleep.
everything.
What'd you say, Smith?
This is a cool scene, but like the fact that her love like brings him back to life or whatever is pretty cheesy.
Yeah.
Extra cheesy.
She's
Extra cheesy.
Prince Charming. Yeah. Jesus did not come back to life with a kiss.
My one true hope. Now I'm back alive.
Now, see, is Neo stopping the bullets, or is he just that fast now? This is kind of a Pietro and was it X-Men First Class or whatever? What was X-Men?
Days of Future Past. It was
Yeah, when-
Days of Future Past.
Yeah, when he was running around and shit, and
the
everything
moving the
was
bullets.
stopped. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because that was that breakout scene with Magneto.
Look at him. He's all, yeah, whatever, Smith. You're boring. Get out of here. You bore me. Oh, listen to the music too. Da, da, da.
You know what I like about the Matrix trilogy is that you always want to see Agent Smith lose, and I feel like that's not
Yeah.
that's not what we feel towards villains and antagonists. Period in movies nowadays. It's like we want to see the antagonist, not necessarily win, but we don't want to see them lose either. And I feel like that's a big cop out for movies nowadays. Is they want to bring back the villain for the next movie, or in case they have a sequel or something. So they don't want you to fully hate the villain. But Matrix
Right.
did a really good job at making you hate the fucking villain.
Yeah, well, if I were to put on my Karl Marx hat, that would definitely say how commodification ruins art. You always got to have the sequel or whatever. You can't just make a movie to make a fucking movie.
Yep. I miss those days, man. Because now everything has to be left off on cliffhanger.
And these Sentinels,
yeah.
I like the design of these Sentinels. It kind of looks like they're like floating heads with dreadlocks.
Look like fucked up spiders to me.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Can't have an adult movie without love interest. Well, I don't mean adult film like porno. I just System Failure. Yeah, that would be a good band name. System Failure. Yeah, I would start a metal band. Oh, I guess I nudged up.
Okay, system. Okay, I see it. System Failure.
Yeah, I have a death metal band called System Failure. Listen to that music. Dun, 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 dun. Kind of Led Zeppelin-esque. Or is it Led Zeppelin?
I'm about to say,
that is Led Zeppelin. It's just a remix.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. The Immigrant Song, right?
Or was it Kashmir?
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know.
The Immigrant Song was the one that they used in Thor Ragnarok. Flying Neo. Oh, it's Rage Against the Machine.
Okay. It
Yeah,
just sounds
Yeah.
a lot like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, it really does.
Damn. So
Okay. So there's actually something in these credits though. There's
shit.
a link. There's a link to a website and there's a password in here. I'm pretty sure the password doesn't work, or the website's down.
Yeah, that would have to be an old
Wait,
ass.
that's been what, 21 years? 22, something like that.
Yeah, man.
Wait,
shit,
so it's going to be in the credits?
Yeah,
Like-
it's like what is the matrix.com or something.
Bruh.
man, I don't know. But this was back when like people were having websites on GeoCities and shit.
So what kind of grade would you guys give this movie?
Well, I think I would grade it high, but I don't know. For me, it's not exactly an A+ movie though.
Don't think so.
Well, I don't know, but it's there's I don't know, something just falls a little, like I would probably just give it an A, there's just something about like where just a little something that's like doesn't quite hit everything for me, but I can't exactly say right now. But as far as its cultural relevance and the legacy of it, the impact it had, I mean, of course, I can't grade a movie on that alone. But, like I said, I mean, I think it's very rewatchable. I think it's great to start discussions with. But yeah, I would say that the only thing that kind of nudges me is where some of the allegory in the film is kind of ham-fisted with with Plato's cave and everything. It's a little too on the head, punch it just too like just too I don't know, obvious, but I think it resonates with people. But I think I'm a philosophy nerd, so for me it's like, oh, this is old stuff, but it's, but I guess it's more like the way Star Wars resonates with the general populace. The Matrix did too in that way, even though it was a little like edgier. I think it appealed more to edgier people.
It was a little more raw.
Yeah, a little more rebellious, really.
What about you, Smith?
Well, I mean, the storyline is dope. The effects this was 1999, so I'm not going to be too critical about the CGI and stuff, but it looks good on my screen. This is a laptop though, so I don't know. So I'd give it just because of that, and this is a pop culture icon thing. Probably just a solid A.
So I'm gonna give this a solid A as well. And the reason why I get it a solid A is because it has everything. It's got the action. It's got the thinking part. It does make you think, especially watching this as an adult. You kind of catch certain things. I watched this tonight with no audio, but I'm gonna go back and watch it with audios to catch some of the other stuff as well. I just gotta go back to the action, man. Like, we don't get movies like this anymore, man. Like this, like just watching this movie alone makes me want to just go back and watch some of the older movies from back then, where it's just straight up fist fighting and like kicks and all these other cool sequences and stuff like that. Because nowadays it's like it's less violence but also less story. And I feel like movies like Matrix should be appreciated because it's got story and action, and it wasn't too much of either one of them. And I felt like for two guys that only directed one movie prior to this, I think they knocked it out of the park. And I think that they bet on themselves, and it was a huge fucking reward, at least with this first Matrix movie. So I'm gonna have to give this an a solid A. The reason why I won't get an A+ is just because there are some little things that take me out of it when it comes to the action, like the whole like 360 thing. That didn't really age well. Besides that, A. Solid A.
Yeah, it's one of those movies. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you gonna say something, Smith?
Oh no, you're good.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's one of those. One of those movies where somebody with like a real vision, those two guys said they only directed one movie before, and they were able to do this, and I mean, it just says much, so much for their vision, how they just hit it out of the park. Where how many people could do that?
And they brought their script. Oh, not their script, but they brought their pitches to Will Smith, and Will Smith was like, they weren't really that convincing. They're like, oh, hey, you're gonna do these 360 cuts and jump in the air and do air kicks. I guess they didn't. According to Will Smith, they didn't present the movie to him the way it came out. But I just think I think he just fucked up. I think Will Smith was just like, nah, I don't see. Which again, if you go back to 1999, if you try and pitch this movie to a lot of these A-listing, actors, how many people are actually gonna, take it? I mean, think about trying to explain this movie out loud to your average person, because this is post Matrix that we're thinking about it. But think about before Matrix was huge, Think about before Matrix was the Matrix, and trying to explain something like this out loud to someone, like it'd be a pretty hard sell. And the fact that they're able to get Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie Ann Moss, Hugo Weaving, all of them on board. And like you said, like one thing you said, Mark, too, was that they had them read that one book, right? The entire in its entirety, right? Had them read the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
Prior to shooting, and I think that's a huge plus. I think that shows not just dedication from the directors, but what the directors expect from the actors in terms of dedication. And at the end of the day, the more dedication you have to a role, I believe, reflects in your actual portrayal of the character and of the story. And they knocked it out of the park, man. Again, this movie could have easily failed. We got to remember that this is one of those movies that could have easily just been a footnote in in the 90s, you know, in the early 2000s, a footnote, but it didn't.
Yeah,
you know, this movie is definitely in the Hall of Fame of movies. Has to be.
oh for sure. Yeah, it makes me wonder where it stands on, like, say, an AFI list or something like that.
Yeah, it's gotta be one of those. I mean, we count it as a sci-fi, right? Sci-fi action, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed this, man. I enjoyed this movie. Seeing that was my first time watching this movie as an adult. Again, I didn't have any audio, but still, like it was still holds up, man. The movie still holds up.
I used it as a teaching device in a intro to philosophy class I taught.
Nice.
Yeah, about the same time, there was a philosophy of the Matrix book that just came out, and so yeah, but that book could have been a lot bigger, with all the shit you could say about the movie.
Yeah. There again, like there's just so much information in this movie, man, and not even counting the two after this, but this first one just it holds up. It's a great movie. You guys got anything else to say about the Matrix? 1999, folks.
I bet Will Smith kicks himself every time he thinks about it.
Every time someone mentions the word Matrix, this dude probably starts smelling toast. Like he just starts, he just blanks out, man. He's done. He's done for the day. I mean, he lost it. That's a lot of money they made off of Matrix too, man. Like, imagine having Matrix in your on your resume, and then having Wild Wild West on your resume. Like, obviously, you're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that movie was that bad though.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Dude, you are on drugs.
Well, I mean, it's been that's the one with the giant robot spider thing, right?
Yeah. And who was the other guy that was in there? Do you remember the other actor's name in there? Smith?
Fuck.
I
do not.
I forget his name.
Oh man, what? I'm drawing a blank too.
But yeah, I see, because that movie had a lot of hype going into it, and then
Well, West.
yeah. Like they had the music video and everything, man. Like it was. I remember that was like I think I was still old enough to remember that era, Wild Wild West. That had to have been like maybe like 2000, probably 1999, 2000.
1999.
Yeah, 1999. Like, yeah. So I was 6. So yeah. I mean, look, man. I might have to go back. Hey, you know what? We might have to do a Wild Wild West movie review. That'll be a rough one. But I don't know, because I haven't watched Wild West ever since I saw it as a kid, man. So I just remember it being awful. But
was it Kevin Kline? Is that the guy?
Kevin Kline. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah. Because I remember the first 5 minutes of that movie was really good. And then it just went downhill from there. Because I think the opening scene was like that train scene, I believe, or something like that. But
Yeah, and they take
that's
the guy's head off.
yeah, and I was just like, I think like they shot him in like what earwax came out of like the fucking ear things or what? I forgot what it was. It was some weird shit, man. It was some weird shit. But
That's
yeah.
on HBO Max too.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, yeah. I just looked
Oh.
it up. So yeah, it's on HBO Max.
Dude, I'm waiting for them to do a Red Dead Redemption. They keep doing all these live adaptations of these games. I want a Red Dead Redemption live
Oh
action.
yeah,
That would
Yeah,
be cool, man.
I
That would be
played a
fun.
little bit of that game, but yeah,
Oh.
like a really cool gritty western. That would be awesome.
Yes, dude, I think that's what we're lacking in nowadays, man. Are like good westerns, man. Dude, I went back and watched. Dude, I got stoned the other night and watched Tombstone. You remember that movie
Oh no shit. Yeah.
with what's his name? Sam Elliott and Val Kilmer and shit. Who was the main character? God damn it!
Was
It
that
was a
wait,
star-studded cast though.
was it wait, Tombstone, was that was the what are the characters Doc Holliday in that or I can't remember.
Yeah. That was Val Kilmer's character.
Yeah, okay, all right.
The I'll be your Huckleberry, that guy. Yeah, but I forgot. God damn it! So many actors in that movie. But yeah, I went back and watched that. Man, that was one hell of a fucking western, man. I think.
Have you seen High Plains Drifter? It's 1973 Clint Eastwood movie.
No,
You've seen this, Smith?
Yeah,
But if it's Clint Eastwood, I'm fucking watching it.
because of the Beastie Boys song. That's why.
Oh,
that's why I watched it.
Plains Drifter. Yeah. Yeah. But that's my favorite Clint Eastwood western. It's
I gotta
on
go
Hulu.
back and watch that because
It's
I
on
love
Hulu.
Clint.
Yeah. What else do I like? Like with his westerns. Well, the Man with No Name trilogy, where you got Fistful of Dollars for a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Those were the breakout, what they called the spaghetti westerns, because it was made, well, it was an Italian production, even though a lot of it was shot in Spain.
They called it spaghetti westerns.
Yeah, look it up. It was a genre that kind of recreated westerns, like made them more raw and gritty. There wasn't as much of the black hat, white hat kind of stuff. And the Clint Eastwood, actually, that what broke him out as an actor. He almost thought about quitting acting before not High Plains, but the Sergio Leone's. He's the Italian director that did the Man with No Name trilogy. But there were a lot of westerns coming out of Italy at the time. So, and it just became this iconic genre that informed even Hollywood westerns after that. It kind of revived it in a way at the time.
I have to look at that. What's that one movie called that you said he was in?
High Plains Drifter?
High Plains Drifter?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to go back and watch that because I haven't seen that. I have seen what was that movie that he did years ago about the car where he's like the old man on the porch in the car?
Gran
Torino. Yeah. He still managed to be a badass in that movie. I haven't seen them all though. I didn't see that because he's so old where it's like, oh shit, like, do I really want to sit through this fucking movie? Clint Eastwood's old ass, like, god damn.
I don't know, man.
Tomorrow, bro.
That trailer where they showed this scene, get off my lawn. I was like, yeah, I don't know, and he's pointed at some Mexican. So I'm like, man, if I want to see racist white guys point his gun at people, I could go down the goddamn street and see that shit. Why would I go to a movie?
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch that movie again. That was a good movie. I remember I watched that movie with my dad, man. and that was a big action guy when it came to movies. So that's where I got most of my action movie resume from. Damn, man, so many good. Yeah, Clint Eastwood, man, he's one of the best, man. His son still has yet to have a decent role, man. But yeah, that was our little little post Matrix rant. Anything else? You guys got anything to say about Matrix before we head out of here?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna throw it over to Mark. Mark, go ahead and give us your plugs. Where can everybody find you at?
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram at Schpidau, SCHPIDAUU. Easy to pronounce, hard to spell. You can also get me at the Walter Paisley Cafe. You can find me at thewalterpaisleycafe.com, where I write a movie blog, and I do anything from Star Wars films to obscure films called Uncle Peckerhead. I just watched the Tom and Jerry movie, kind of got a kick out of it, so I'm gonna probably do a review of that. Something new. I do a lot of old ones, but that'll be like one of the most recent movies I made. But you can also find me on Facebook. Just look for the Walter Paisley Cafe. Look for Schpidau, and even look for Mark Platt. I have a lot of accounts in social media everywhere. You can also find me on Twitter at Mark Platt, at Schpidau, at the Walter Paisley Cafe. I think that covers it.
I gotta check out that Tom and Jerry review once you do that. That's an interesting one because I don't have the patience to actually watch it, to sit down and spend time to watch it. So once you do that review, I'll just listen to your review or watch your review, however you do it, or read it or whatever.
Yeah, I'll probably put it on my
review.
blog. Yeah,
Make sure you shoot me the link because I'll go and read it.
All right,
Most
cool.
definitely. Smith, you got anything else to say?
Nope.
All right, man. Well, this is Smith. This is Mark Platt. I am me. This is Half-Ass Pod. Thank you all for coming in and enjoying and joining us here in the watch along of the Matrix, the first ever watch along here on Half-Ass Pod, and hopefully not the last. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for this experience. We are OU.